Imagine software, like practically writing itself.
Yeah,
It's kind of crazy to think about. Over 1.5 million people are already using AI to do it.
that's pretty wild.
And this exploration is brought to you by Andres Vieira and Raul Diaz from Miami Real Group.
It's really remarkable to see this happening, and one of the guys leading the charge is Alvaro Chavez.
Oh, yeah?
Co-founded this Miami startup called CodeGPT.
Yeah, Albert, he's got that classic Miami entrepreneurial spirit, right?
Yeah.
He started out in prop tech, then ran his own development shop,
Right.
landed in Miami, teamed up with Daniel Avila Arias,
Mm-hmm.
and Arias had built this AI coding tool that just blew up. 300,000 downloads, like out of nowhere.
Yeah, and what's so interesting is that Alvaro saw, like, beyond just the initial hype, he recognized, like, the potential of this tool to, like, completely change software development. Together they created CodeGPT, and it's really changing how we think about coding.
Okay, so for our listeners who maybe aren't, coding all day, every day, can we, break down what CodeGPT actually does?
So think of it this way. You're working on a project.
Okay.
And you've got this team of AI assistants or agents right there in your coding environment.
Right.
They can analyze your code, generate code snippets,
Right.
even troubleshoot bugs, like in real time.
So it's like having, a super-powered coding buddy,
That's a great way to put it.
just, looking over your shoulder.
Yeah, and the impact is, huge. Over 1.5 million downloads
Wow.
across 180 countries
Right.
with a team of just 20 people.
That's amazing. It seems like everyone's using it. Startups, tech giants, Microsoft, Google, even NVIDIA.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible.
What does this mean for the future of coding itself? If AI is getting this good, do we even need to write code in the traditional way anymore?
That's the million-dollar question, right?
Yeah.
Alvaro Chavez, the co-founder of CodeGPT, he thinks we're on the verge of a massive shift. He predicts the global developer pool could hit 100 million in the next 5 years.
Wow, 100 million developers? That's hard to imagine.
Yeah, it's over.
What makes him think that's even possible?
Well, he believes AI will democratize coding.
Okay.
He sees a world where you don't have to wrestle with all these complex programming languages. You can just build software by giving instructions in plain English. Imagine if anyone could bring their ideas to life, through software, regardless of their technical background.
That's a big statement.
It is.
It also kind of raises some concerns.
Yeah.
If anyone can be a developer, what happens to, the skilled coders out there?
Right.
Are we looking at a future where traditional coding just becomes obsolete?
Yeah, it's a valid concern, and it's likely that there's going to be some disruption.
Right.
But Chavez's vision, and it's shared by a lot of people in AI, is that we won't see fewer developer jobs.
Okay.
We'll see a transformation of those jobs.
Okay, I see what you mean.
It's think of it like this. If AI takes over, the routine coding tasks,
Sure.
developers are freed up to, focus on higher level stuff like strategy and creativity.
So instead of getting bogged down in the nitty-gritty of writing code,
Yeah.
they become more like architects designing the system.
Right.
Or even conductors, leading the AI orchestra to create amazing software.
Exactly. They'll be the ones setting the vision and guiding the AI.
Right.
And let's not forget, the impact on businesses. Imagine companies building complex software
Yeah.
faster and more efficiently. It could lead to, a huge explosion of innovation. Startups tackling problems we haven't even thought of yet.
It's CodeGPT is just the tip of the iceberg, right?
Yeah.
And we're just starting to see how AI will reshape the whole tech industry.
Absolutely. And it's not just about making life easier for, current developers.
Right.
CodeGPT makes this advanced knowledge more accessible, which empowers entirely new generations of, creators and innovators.
Can you give me an example of that?
Sure. So think about a developer in a small startup
Okay.
who's trying to build, a cutting-edge AI feature, but they don't have a team of senior AI engineers.
Right.
With CodeGPT, they can leverage the collective knowledge of the whole platform.
Okay.
Tap into the expertise of millions of developers.
Yeah, it's they're getting a super boost.
Exactly. And they might not have had that opportunity otherwise.
That's where that democratization of coding comes in, right?
Right.
But will we still need people who like really deeply understand AI
Oh, of course.
and how these systems work?
Yeah, there will always be a need for specialists who can build and refine these AI systems.
Right.
But what's exciting is that CodeGPT is like lowering the barrier to entry for these complex technologies, making the power of AI available to a much wider audience.
So it's not just about replacing developers. It's about like empowering them.
Exactly.
And expanding the possibilities of what they can create.
Yeah, think about natural language processing. That's a complex field, you know. It usually requires a ton of expertise.
Right.
But with CodeGPT, a developer with basic coding skills could potentially create an AI agent trained on NLP tasks.
Okay.
Suddenly, building something like a chatbot becomes much more attainable.
It's almost like CodeGPT is a bridge between like human creativity and the raw power of AI.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
Cool.
And as we move forward, it's important to consider, you know, the ethical implications as well. Like, if AI can write code, what does that mean for intellectual property?
Right.
Who owns the rights to code created by an AI? These are complex questions we'll need to address as this technology matures.
Those are some like heavy questions.
They are.
And it makes me think about like the artistry of coding.
Yeah.
Will we lose that, like that human touch, that creative spark if AI is doing the heavy lifting?
It's a fascinating question. And it's one that like a lot of artists have grappled with throughout history, you know, as new tools and technologies emerge.
Right.
Think about the invention of photography. Did it make painting obsolete?
Right.
No, not at all. It pushed painting in new directions, led to new art movements like Impressionism and abstract expressionism.
So you're saying that AI might actually like enhance the artistry of coding?
Exactly. Just like the automation of manufacturing didn't eliminate the need for like skilled artisans. The rise of AI in coding won't necessarily, you know, eradicate the artistry of software development.
Right.
It might actually push that artistry to new heights. Developers will find innovative ways to collaborate with AI to express their creative vision through these powerful tools.
It's like we're witnessing like the birth of a new art form.
Yeah.
And it's happening right here in Miami.
And the beauty of it is we're just at the beginning. Who knows what the future holds?
Yeah.
Maybe one day, instead of learning, you know, complex programming languages, we'll be attending art schools for AI coding.
Wow.
Learning how to shape these digital tools to create like truly extraordinary experiences.
It's mind-blowing to think about how quickly this is all evolving.
It really is.
It seems like every day there's a new breakthrough in AI.
It truly is an exciting time to be in this space. And it's not just about the technology itself, but also like the philosophical questions it raises. If AI can write code, what does that mean for the very definition of developer? What skills will be valued in the future?
These are questions we'll all be grappling with as this technology keeps advancing. Feels like we're on the verge of like a whole new era.
Yeah, it's a time of big change and uncertainty, but also like a huge opportunity.
You mentioned Alvaro Chavez's vision for CodeGPT is about, you know, empowerment.
Right.
Giving more people the tools to be creators.
Exactly, making the power of AI accessible, no matter what your background is.
What kind of world could we build if like everyone had that ability to solve problems, to bring their ideas to life through software? It's like, it's kind of hard to wrap your head around.
We might see an explosion of innovation, unlike anything we've seen before. Every field, healthcare, education, even the arts could be completely transformed.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing to think about.
It is.
It's like we're standing at the edge of something like monumental.
The key is to approach it with like a sense of curiosity and a willingness to adapt.
Yeah, to embrace the unknown, see where this journey takes us.
Right.
Maybe one day we'll look back at traditional coding and be like, wow, remember when?
Or maybe it'll evolve into something totally new.
Yeah, whatever happens, it's going to be fascinating to watch.
I agree.
So what does all this mean for you, the listener? The world of tech is changing faster than ever, and AI is leading the charge. CodeGPT is just one example of how this is happening, and it's only going to get bigger from here. The question is, are you ready to ride the wave? These insights have been brought to you by Andres Vieira and Raul Diaz from Miami Real Group.